to Robert. You there to join me? I already sent you an invite. Just waiting for Robert to get on. There he is. All right, Robert.
Hello, Bart.
So, well, I'm Dr. Bart Rademaker, prescription for your transformation, real people, real conversations, and real success. And this is my second debut, if you will, on, let's see, Crowdcast, simultaneously going to, oh, wait, hang on a second. We got to go live here. Let's see. Let's go live on Facebook. And then we should be live. Yes, we're live on YouTube. And we're live on Facebook. Awesome. You know, what's really exciting here, Robert, is that a lot of things that have to happen for using Crowdcast, a lot more connections to make it all work. And so I'm going to have to hire a team to help me make all this happen. So anyhow, welcome, Robert. This is Dr. Bart Rademaker, prescription for your transformation, real people, real conversations, and real success. Talking to Robert Evans, a great friend of mine and partner, and really excited about what he's going to share with us today. And it's really specifically about getting access to technology, just like I'm using technology today in a way that I'm not sure anybody is quite doing yet on Facebook or YouTube, where I get to do a simulcast to social media platforms and looking to expand that simply because different people are looking at different platforms for different things. And I'm looking to, do a cross coverage over different platforms. And we'll build it up to Periscope and other ones, but all simultaneously. And Robert has developed some incredible technology, if you will, in the form of software or mobile apps that really can help people expand their business. And today it's about getting that content out. Today it's about getting access to the customers that are interested, that captive audience, but building beyond that audience that you don't have immediate access to. And, with so many things that people are exposed to today within the realm of social media or technology, you have to be pretty creative and innovative and pretty aggressive, if you will, to get access to those people that the potential clients that really can help you drive your business. And what I mean by aggressive, it's not so much by, spending tons of money or anything else like that, but it's really about, getting the right tools in hand, and especially getting the tools that nobody else is using and you can be first in line. And so that's what Robert has to offer today. It's the expert mobile app, and I'm going to let Robert explain it.
Thank you, Bart. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. Thanks.
Great. So I appreciate you talking to me about this, because this is starting to become a very big part of my business and my life. I've been in this world of internet marketing and personal transformation for about 15 years now. And I was back in the day, when I was running my business and building my email list and my outreach, it was those were the glory days of when we would get a 50 to 70% open rate on our emails, and 30 to 40% people will click through. So we live in obviously in a very different world nowadays, because back then not as many people were doing it, not as many, and so it's and building email lists, and as opposed to today. But here's the challenge. The challenge now is that things have evolved so much over the last even few years, that having a big email list is not necessarily the best way to connect with people on a regular basis. And it's also becoming difficult to build, and it's very difficult to keep people's attention on, in email, because they get so much email every day. And so you kind of have to look at where's the world been evolving, and what are the platforms like, social media, email, video use, that sort of thing. Where's that all going? And even now, when you look at social media, there are so many people out there on social media trying to run their business and build their business and get exposure. That's even become difficult, and You have to be very precise about it, and you have to spend a lot of money typically on that. But there's one platform that is huge, absolutely huge, that is underused or not understood enough by experts. Experts being anybody from an author, speaker, coach, transformational leader, messenger, anybody that has a message or an idea that they want to share. And that platform is mobile apps. In fact, my world revolves around mobile apps. I'm actually in the woods right now, connected to my cell phone that's streaming, connecting to the internet for me to be able to do this video conference. But this is the platform that has the most potential to get your message out on. And the reason being is, one, it's with people at all times. And because of that, people are on this all the time. I think I read a stat the other day that on average, just the average person is on their cell phone for 3 hours. I mean, combined 3 hours. That's a lot of time. That was like watching TV back in the 80s.
Right.
But and then the other stat is that the cell phone obviously links us to many different things through the actual mobile apps that you download from the app stores to websites and that sort of thing. So when they looked at the stats of, where are people what are they using inside their phone, they're using mobile apps that are downloaded 80% of the time that they're on their phone. So that really kind of brings up the question, why aren't more experts or messengers, professionals, using their own mobile apps as a way to get their business out into the world? But more important than getting it out into the world, it's not even really about that. The number one thing that is important for an expert is that they have a platform in which a person can and is inspired to connect with your business on a daily basis. That's in marketing, that's what's called creating a sticky marketing platform. Sticky meaning that there's a reason and an enticement for them to keep coming back to experience your business, your content. And that's what mobile apps provide. And so we've created something very specific to experts as a way to not only share their content and to provide stickiness or a reason for people to come back on a regular or even daily basis to their app, but we provided a way for that to also lead into sales conversations or lead into promoting and selling your products and programs.
It's fascinating what you're talking about, because when the mobile apps started coming out, 5 years ago, they're pretty much rudimentary, and it was more kind of a gimmickry at that time. And what was interesting is I actually acquired a whole bunch of Mobi names and realized, I thought at that time, or people were telling me at that time, I'll forget it, it's not going to amount to much or anything else. And so I let most of those names go. I wish I kind of sort of kept them because you are right. And my question for you, and I really want to get into the meat of what it is that you're doing so people really have a good understanding of what the app is going to offer. But most specifically is this, and you may or may not have the answer to this, but, compared to computer use or tablet use, or let's keep the tablets out for a moment, but computer use versus the phone use. What's the distribution as far as where people are spending their time on? So on the phone, is it much more? I mean,
it's significantly more than computer use nowadays.
But is it also more social media?
Well, yeah, a lot of the time is spent in social media, but obviously those aren't the only apps that are being downloaded by people. Yes, people spend when they're on their phone for hours at a time. Not necessarily at a time, but spread out throughout the day. They're in social media, they're, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, and that sort of thing. But they also, if there's an app in which there's content or information that interests them, right, and that content and information is changing all the time, then they're going to spend a lot of time inside an app like that.
So that was going to be my point, because it's almost like when you have your phone, it's much more of a personal instrument for personal service, whether it's entertainment or whether it's specific information, or perhaps a health app or a fitness app or something like that. Whereas on the computer, and this is where I'm driving the point home, whereas on the computer, most people will be using that more for work probably, or for email. And so that's why this is so critical, because the information that you're providing, and I'll let you expand on that, this is very, very transformative or personal development kind of information that can help you expand your life. I mean, am I right?
Yeah, you're dead on.
Okay. Yeah. So share with us what the specific app is going to do for businesses.
Well, so what we've created is we created a platform. Now, the platform is, the best analogy that I can give here is it's the engine to the individual app that is branded to a particular expert. So I'll use you as an example, Bart. You sign up to use our platform. What we do is that we take our engine and we put it inside of a wrapper that's branded to your business. So we'd have prescription for your transformation logo and name on there, the colors that are associated with your business or your logo. That would be how the app looks. But underneath it is the engine of our platform. Now, our platform does a number of different things. Its primary purpose is to share content. And the content that it shares is the content that you decide to upload, or, it's really simple when I say upload, but it's upload through the web portal that's connected to your specific app. So it's an actual website that you go to, log in, and then there's a form that you fill out to add in new content for each of the different sections of the app. So what the app allows you to share are videos, and it's laid out very beautifully. It's laid out where the video's at the top, there's the title of the video, there's a description below that, and then there's other elements that are, after someone watches that video, you can encourage them or call them into action to click on a link that takes them somewhere. Maybe it's to get into conversation with you, or to go to a program or a website or whatever. But so you can actually upload videos. You can put in articles or blogs. Articles and blogs, kind of the same thing here. And you can create lessons. And what that means is this: what I'm doing is that, in addition to creating this platform, I'm also training and teaching people how to best use the platform to turn their content into conversation or into sales. And so, so what you can do with the app is you can create a series of content about a particular topic. So Bart, let's say, pick a health topic that you could speak on. Give me an example.
Let's say nutrition.
Okay, so you do what we call a series on nutrition. So you're going to either record a video or find a video from another expert or off of YouTube, and you're going to put that in the video section. And then you would create an article that is also about that topic. You write a blog entry or an article, and then you create a lesson. Now, if your topic is about nutrition, the best way that you can serve the user of the app, or the person that's digesting your content, is to turn that message around on them and make it personal to them. So the lesson screen in the app does that. It's a place in which you ask specific questions about nutrition of that user, and they literally type in the answers in the fields that are provided below that question. You'll actually be able to pose up to 5 questions, and then when they hit submit, it takes all of that information and then saves it inside of their phone in that app, so they can go back and review it later. But what you've done at that point with that lesson is that you've taken something that you've just kind of put out there and said, here's my information, here's my content, and you turned it around and you made it personal to them. And then there's another screen in which users of the app can interact with you or ask you questions. We call it like the Dear Abby screen. So it's like Ask Bart. And basically what you'll be able to do, Bart, is that, how often you want, every couple of days, every day, once a week or whatever, you can grab questions that have been sent to you and you literally answer one of those questions. So let's say someone sends you a question about nutrition. That's perfect for you to answer it in that series. And you literally answer the question there. And then at the bottom of the answer is a place where people can submit more questions to you. And then the final screen of the main part of this the app is what we call the special offer screen. And that's where now once you've kind of talked to them and given them a video and an article and you created a lesson, you made it personal to them and you've answered questions about it, now you can invite them into action. So maybe you have coaching that you do on nutrition, or you have an online program that you do. And that special offer screen can talk about that and give them a link to go and actually partake in that. So everything is designed in all the different elements. There's a lot more elements that is designed to share content and then inspire and drive people into conversation or to sales pages so that you can take them deeper. And here's the great thing about the app. Here's the key factor to making this app successful, Bart. That is, the more often that you provide content, every couple days, I would say a minimum of once a week, you put new content in there, that gives a reason for people to keep coming back to your app. The more they come back to their app, the more they're introduced to your messaging, to your content, the more likely that they're going to do business with you beyond that, pay you to do something. And that's what the app is designed to do. And since the app is with them all the time, there's, and there, people jump on there for curiosity multiple times a day. If your app's there, then you have a chance to connect with them pretty regularly.
And that's the key point, because the phone is with them, all day long. And there's moments that you have some freedom to do anything that you want in that very, very moment. And so you actually, because we're so busy and so used to being busy and distracted, we are going to want to do something. I mean, I can't tell you how many times this is perhaps too much information, but I think you know where I'm going to go with this.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But you go to the bathroom, you take your freaking phone with you, and you start searching stuff. I mean, so it's interesting how that will actually develop. But then here's my question for you. So you got the professional, you got the expert, on this platform, and they're doing great, with their promoting of the material and everything else. And so how is it that they get that exposure? How is it that they get to be seen? How is it that the consumer are going to find them? Because I think this is going to be an important thing for people.
So there's two questions there, and great questions. Number one is that the platform, again, is the engine that drives this custom app, a branded app for the expert. So once they sign up for our program to get this platform, we actually will give them either instructions, or they can hire us to do this for them, to submit their app to the app stores, to the iPhone app store, to the Android app store, to the Amazon app store. You put it out there on the app store for people to be able to download the app. And so now, by the way, the app is named whatever you decide to name it. So in Bart's case, it's going to be called Prescription for Your Transformation. And it's the mobile app. And Bart will be able to take these videos and articles and that sort of thing and share it with, and share that content through the mobile app technology. This app is perfect for you, Bart. It's ridiculous how perfect this is. So that brings me, so now it's on the app stores. Now people have got to come and, and download it. And once they download it, it's on their phone. And then there's, hopefully a compelling reason for them to go back to that each day. So now to get people to download it is now you just start telling people, just like anything else. I have a mobile app. It teaches this. Go here. It's free. And there's links to the app stores, and people will click on it and download it and that sort of thing. But here's why Bart is a perfect example of this, using this technology, is now Bart interviews experts and professionals in all walks of life through his program. Once Bart is done with this video, he'll be able to take this video and he'll be able to put it up inside of his app as a series. It's called the Robert Evans series. And then Bart can ask me, hey, Robert, can you provide me with a little blog entry that I can post in there? And I do that. And then maybe I also provide a few questions that I can personalize for them. And I'll tell you the reason why I'd want to do this in a second. And then ultimately, he creates this series of content. Now, now and also he asked me, okay, what do you got that I can give to my users or members of my app as an offer? I said, oh, well, cool. I'm going to give Bart's people 50% off my Live Your List planner, for example. And so we put that on the special offer page, and it's only for Bart's, users, app users. And so now that's a series. It's called Robert Evans. It's based off of the content and the conversation that we had in this interview here. And guess what I'm going to do? Robert Evans, because I'm being featured, I'm going to go out and promote it to everybody that I know. Right. Hey, I'm on Bart Rademaker's Prescription for Transformation app. Right. Go here to download it because it's awesome. I give you a lesson. There's an article. I got some special stuff in there, and it's all provided by Bart Rademaker on his app. So now, Bart, every person that you interview and feature in the app not only gives them exposure and a platform for them to, connect with people, but it gives you marketing of your app to thousands and thousands of people.
So when is this going to be available?
Well, our Android platform is finished and done, and we're actually going to be uploading the first live app for my business, Live Your List. I've got I developed this app technology with a professional app developer, and then I have my other thing that I primarily work on, which is my bucket list messaging. And so we're uploading the Live Your List Android app to the app stores in just a couple days. So then the iPhone version of it will be done within the next 30 days.
And so I'm going to put you on the spot. So when can people expect the Prescriptions for Your Transformation app to be uploaded?
Well, it's already in motion. So pretty much I would say your app can, as long as you're putting content in and it's content ready, but the technology will be, you could be live next week, by the end of next week.
Perfect. And, I think that's absolutely amazing. And our time is almost up, but this is absolutely a revolutionary product, because I can tell you that most people, for whatever reason it is, they will want their own app. And this is just going to explode, so much. I envision that I won't be able to talk to you anymore because you're going to be so busy.
Yeah, I'm going to hire a team for that. No, I love you too much, Bart. But let me just say this real quick, is that I'll tell you I didn't tell you this before, but the reason why professionals and experts aren't creating apps is because it can be very expensive.
Right.
So for someone to go out there and to custom build an app based off their vision, they could be looking at $10,000, $15,000, $20,000.
Right.
So what we've done is we've created this platform so people can get into it at a fraction of that cost, right, and be able to leverage something that, if someone took our same app and tried to replicate it, it would be a $15,000 app easily.
And one thing you didn't mention, which I think is critical, is that when you have so many professionals on your platform, what it's actually going to ultimately do, they're going to be impacting each other. And so there's going to be this synchronicity with all the different people and cross coverage. And so not only is it direct, advertising to the people that are in your area, but you're going to be able to expand to so many other areas because of all the other professionals that are on there. And that's going to be a huge benefit for people. That's exciting. So, well, I'm Dr. Bart Rademaker, Prescription for Your Transformation, talking to Robert Evans, where we get to bring in new voices, new solutions for real success. And this is about the what's it called again? The mobile app expert. No, what is it?
The expert app, mobile app platform. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful, and but really excited about what you're putting out there, Robert. It's phenomenal. Anybody listening in, this is an absolute must. Reach out to Robert. The links will be on Facebook as well as YouTube, so that you can reach out to him. Follow us on Prescription for Your Transformation app. Make that be your third one that you add on. That's after Robert's first two. And Robert, any last words that you want to share?
No, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited that we've created something that's going to be able to put people's message out there in a brilliant and awesome way. So I'm looking forward to telling people about all these new apps that will be coming out.
And it's also
especially the Prescription for Transformation. That seems like that's going to be a winner right there.
And I was just going to say that's really close to my heart because what I'm passionate about is creating change, enhancing life, and enhancing peaceful awareness. And it really only comes from getting that knowledge, getting the insight, getting the voices from other people, really across the board in a global fashion. And that's my purpose with this platform. And your mobile app will be absolutely perfect for that because it's really having that authenticity of the voice, the realness of the content, and the close connection that people can have. And your app is going to deliver all of that. And it's also exactly what I'm hoping to do. And my emotional currency, if you will, is seeing other people's success. And this app is definitely going to help that for so many others. So once again, Robert, I want to thank you. And I am Dr. Bart Rademaker, Prescription for Your Transformation, tapping into your authentic genius, living the life you desire, and real people, real success, and real conversations. Robert, thank you so much.
Thanks, pal. Appreciate it.